Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna share with you my 3 biggest muscle building mistakes that easily cost me 20 pounds of muscle. And to make it even better, I'm gonna show you while I fly my brand new drone back here. So I just got this drone, and one of the most important videos that I found was what not to do with your drone. I saw all these people crashing it into buildings, crashing it into the ocean. And obviously I don't want to destroy my brand new filming investment over here for you guys. So I think with building muscle, it's so crucial to learn from other people's mistakes. So I'm gonna head outside with my drone and share with you guys my 3 biggest muscle building mistakes, so you guys hopefully do not make the same ones. Really, to build muscle mass, only 3 things have to happen. You have to have enough ATP/energy, so you have to have enough carbohydrates and enough dietary fats so your body doesn't tap into its protein and amino acids. Number 2, you need amino acids and protein. Your body needs to regenerate and build muscle tissue onto the muscle you already have, so you need enough protein to make that happen, and amino acids are what is in the protein. And most importantly, you need to have workers, hence you need to have hormones circulating in your bloodstream. So this is why testosterone, HGH, all these things are so important when it comes to building muscle. The first mistake that I made is not enough lower body compound movements. This is so big, guys. If you don't have enough lower body compound movements into your routine, you are not gonna have enough workers to build muscle mass. So if you're just going in the gym and you're just doing like lots of pulling exercises, you're doing a lot of bicep curls, doing lots of shapers, abs, kind of just working those beach body muscle groups, you're not gonna have enough hormones circulating in your bloodstream to really build muscle mass. You're not gonna have enough workers, so to speak, to build the optimal amount of muscle mass. So this is why doing really heavy deadlifts and really heavy barbell squats, doing front squats, doing dumbbell lunges, this is the X factor, guys, to building a lot of muscle mass. We got a B on the camera, so let me just, holy shit, hold on, guys. All right, so we had a B on the camera, but doing these heavy lower body exercises is so important. Even if you theoretically don't give a shit about what your quads look like, what your booty looks like, what your hamstrings look like, it's gonna help circulate more hormones in your bloodstream. So you're gonna have more testosterone, more HGH, more of these anabolic hormones. And they did this study one time. They took a guy who was training naturally, and I think they did this for 6 weeks. So they had a guy who was training 100% naturally, and for 6 weeks they had a guy who was not training at all, but he was taking anabolic steroids. The guy who was just taking steroids and not training at all gained more muscle mass than the guy who was training and not taking anything. So that just shows you why I preach like to eat certain foods and to have the timing of certain things and to do these type of workouts. It's all about the hormonal response in your body. And by going heavy on the deadlift, going heavy on the squat, you guys are gonna speed up your progress so much, you're in fact gonna get stronger on every single one of your lifts. The second biggest mistake that I made, and I made this mistake for probably 5 years, is I invested so much money into supplements and not enough money into whole food. You need really high quality protein and quality amino acids to build muscle mass, especially as a naturally skinny guy. Like, my diet when I was younger is I would literally eat Subway, I would take 2 scoops of Old Jack 3D, I would take like a fancy testosterone booster, a fancy recovery supplement, and I would pretty much live on Subway and supplements and pre-workout and occasionally some McDonald's. So I was investing most of my disposable income when I was younger on supplements. I probably had a supplement stack that was equivalent to maybe $300 a month. What I should have been doing is investing in high quality protein, because not only do you need the protein and amino acids to build muscle, but the more high quality that your food intake is, the more of the hormonal response you're gonna have. So if you eat really clean, you're gonna have a lot better testosterone levels, you're gonna have better HGH levels, and that's why a lot of the videos we talk about on this channel, it has to do with testosterone and improving certain hormones and the timing, what you eat before you go to bed. This all has so much value when it comes to building muscle mass. So don't waste money on supplements, stick with high quality sources of protein. We got a million videos on the channel to cover this in detail. So the third mistake that I made is I didn't have a really good mind-muscle connection, and I didn't implement a lot of advanced training techniques. So what I mean by this, and this all goes back once again to the workers part in the drone metaphor, and what I mean by that with your muscle building is your hormones. And by doing things like time under tension training, by doing things like FST7 and nuclei overload, having a really good mind-muscle connection and squeezing the muscle and not just ego lifting, you're able to secrete a lot more hormones and you're able to create a lot healthier micro tears. So your body builds muscle completely out of survival. By having a really good mind-muscle connection and creating more healthy micro tears, you're gonna build muscle a lot faster. And this is so important because back in the day, I was trying to get bigger arms, I was just doing like lots of hammer curls, and now just channeling a better mind-muscle connection, I've switched to realizing that if I do close grip curls, I'm gonna hit that bicep peak. And then for instance, when I'm doing close grip curls, I'm going down nice and slow and controlled. So creating more micro tears is gonna create a bigger hormonal response. On top of creating more micro tears, keep in mind, when you create a bigger cortisol response, when you do these advanced training techniques, your body is forced to basically recover and secrete more hormones to build more muscle. So that's why if you go in the gym, say the first 2 years working out, you kind of have those newbie gains, and then after a couple years, you have to really do advanced training techniques to continue that muscle building process, and that's so you can secrete more hormones and create those healthy micro tears. I want to ask you guys a really tough question. What is the #1 biggest muscle building mistake that you've made in your life so far? No matter how dumb you think it is, if you just leave it in the comments below, hopefully it's going to help other guys not make that same mistake. And I really want to just form a cool community on this channel of people trying to help each other out and hopefully learning from other people's muscle building mistakes. So hopefully you found this content really useful. If this is your first time on the channel, I would love for you to subscribe. We got new videos coming every single week, and if you found this video useful, give it a big thumbs up. We want to hear your guys' opinions and feedback so we can continue to make awesome videos for you on this channel. And if you're looking for more tips on how to bulk up and gain lean muscle mass, head on over to weightgainmethod.com. See you soon, guys.